Hey everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to look at the Mezco 112 Collective, Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Major Toht. Now I actually passed on Mezco's Indiana Jones. I'm sure it's a great figure, but when Major Toht came up for pre-order, a suited guy looks like could be a gangster. I just had to grab him. Ordered this guy from the Mezco store. He arrived today, so let's take a look at the packaging. As you can see at the top, 112 Collective, Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Major Toht, and the Ark of the Covenant Deluxe box set. Here's on the front, that terrifying look, those circular glasses, that hat, the trench coat. I love it. Captures his essence right here. One side of the package, Indiana Jones. Got the Ark. Other side. And the back. He comes with a little ghost creature, the Ark. Tons of accessories. I love it. Looks like we have a bunch of different display options. And at the bottom there is a barcode if that helps. So with no further ado, let's open him up. Alright, now that we have this figure out of the package, here he is with all the accessories laid out, and boy does he come with a lot of cool stuff. We've got the large Mezco display stand, a ghost that comes out of the Ark of the Covenant, a flight stand for the ghost, a trench coat, a fedora hat, looks like 7 alternate hands, totally 9 interchangeable hands, 4 heads, 4 pairs of glasses. We have the Staff of Ra headpiece, a hot poker, old school style pistol, the actual Ark of the Covenant, some batteries for it, and a baggie to keep all your accessories. Before we take a look at all that, let's talk about and check out the figure. So this is Major Arnold Toht from Raiders of the Lost Ark, played by Ronald Lacey. Kind of a creepy guy. He's one of the main villains in that first film, and he's on the Nazi side of things. His main job was to find the sort of top of the Staff of Ra, locate the Ark of the Covenant for the Nazi party, and that's just what he did. So let's take a closer look. He's also a suited guy, and I'm a sucker for suited action figures. So, looking at his face, it looks good, the likeness is there, but something seems a little off. Maybe it's because he doesn't have his hat on. He's got that kind of half grin, very creepy guy, bald head. Looks great. He's in this pin-striped suit. He's going to be a great gangster. You can see the cloth soft goods tie in there, a handkerchief in his pocket. Pants are a little bunched up. I've had this guy for a while, and I've put him into some sitting positions. He's going to have all the bells and whistles, double-jointed elbows, and knees. Very, very happy to add him to the collection. Very nice looking figure. And a closer look at his face and head sculpt. The sculpt is good, paint job's good, something's just a little bit off and I can't quite put my finger on it. Maybe when he has the hat and glasses on, he'll look a little more like Major Toht. Still, I do think he looks good. The hair is on point, the suit's fantastic, etc. And then here he is, broken down as far as he can go, with all of his removable parts detached. Now let's check out his accessories, starting off with the boring stuff. So he has this little Ziploc baggie, Mezco 112 Collective. It's a great place to store all of your accessories because he does come with quite a bit. Here's his display stand, typical Mezco display stand. At the bottom we have a large base, Indiana Jones, and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. Then it has this post, which is attached to the bottom, rotation at the bottom, hinge at the bottom, hinge in the middle, hinge near the top, rotation at the top, and a clamp to hold your figure. Now let's look at his hands. He has a total of 9 of them. 6 right hands and 3 left hands. Here he is with his first pair of hands. His right hand is a gripping hand to the trigger finger, and his left hand is an open hand. Could be a choking or grabbing hand. These are his ungloved hands, and he has 3 more ungloved right hands. Here's his first ungloved alternate right hand. This is a gripping hand with a very small grip, probably for his poker. And he has another alternate right hand. This one is another sort of grabbing type hand, but this one has the Staff of Ra headpiece burnt into his palm. This is how he was able to decipher the message in the film. And then another right hand. This one looks like it would be a good default hand, relaxed to the side, but it's another hand with the Staff of Ra burnt into his palm. a really memorable thing from the film. And here are his gloved hands. His right hand is a gripping hand with a trigger finger, and his left hand is a fist. And then he has a pair of bloody hands from the end of the film. Now let's look at his heads. He has 4 of them. Each are from the end of the film, and each one is a different stage of his skin sort of melting off. Here he is with his first head. This is the most normal, clean head he has. Here's his second head. This one is screaming as the end movie events unfold. Here's his third head. Skin is pale white. He's bleeding, and his skin is starting to melt off. And here's his fourth head. This one he has no skin left. He's pretty much just a skull with blank eyes. Looks like something from Hellraiser. Now let's look at his glasses. He has 4 pair. The first 2 are exactly the same. Clean. The third one has some cracks in it. And the fourth one is bloodied up. Here he is with his first pair of glasses. Clean pair on his clean head. And then his second pair of glasses. Another clean pair on his screaming head. And his third pair of glasses. These are cracked onto his sort of pale and bloody head. And his fourth pair of glasses. The bloodied, cracked version onto his pretty much deceased head. Now for his fedora, kind of like a gangster hat. Hat is all black, nice sculpt, some sort of folds at the top. It's got a black stripe around there, and it actually fits onto his head. Here's Major Toht with his fedora on. Between the smile, the glasses, and the hat, he finally looks like the Major Toht I remember from the film. And for his trench coat, it's kind of like a leather trench coat. It's got the straps around that have a bendy wire inside of them. Sort of folded open. Inside looks good, and the outside looks even better. And then here's Toht with his trench coat on. I do wish he came with a hanger. I remember the part in the film where he took out what looked like nunchucks and was sort of in a sort of threatening manner, and then folded them up, turned them into a hanger, and hung his coat on. And here are a few more accessories. First of all, he has the sort of old school Nazi-style pistol. Then we have this hot poker dipped in the fire and was threatening Miriam. Then we have the head of the staff of Ra. Now this thing was sitting on fire. When he picked it up, it burnt his skin and pushed all the sort of lettering and instructions into his skin, and that's how he was able to read it later. Here's Toht holding his pistol, pointing it right at you. And then here, holding that hot poker. And here, holding the head of the staff of Ra. Then we have this ghost and display stand. Now, the ghost is cast in sort of a semi-transparent plastic, a lot of white and light colors. It looks kind of creepy, kind of scary. This would probably be great for your Ghostbusters collection. Here's the ghost, utilizing that flight stand. And then we have the Ark of the Covenant. So, it has a removable lid, all in gold. Got a couple of sort of eagles on the top. Then we have the base, and you can't really tell what's inside of here. And you never saw in the film, so it's kind of cool. It does have an on-off switch there. A little screw to put the batteries in and out. It has a couple of these posts that'll go on either side and allow people to carry it. And it even comes with batteries, 3 AAA. Here's the Ark fully assembled. Put the posts on the side. Put the top on, which of course is removable. Here's the Mezco Ark of the Covenant, next to the Hasbro version. That was a Build-A-Figure. Now to look at the light-up feature. Here it is, lit up in a fully lit room, and then lit up in a semi-lit room, and here, lit up in a completely dark room. The action feature works really well. Now that we've taken a pretty good look at the figure and his accessories, let's check out his height. From bottom to the top of his head, standing about 6.1 inches tall, and he'll be a little taller with his hat on. It's going to translate to about 15.5 centimeters. And for his articulation, start with his head. The head and neck is one solid piece. He can rotate side to side. He can look up, down quite a bit, up not too much. Can tilt his head from one side to the other. Shoulders. The ball joint goes out about 90 degrees. Up, down, around. Goes up about that far before the jacket starts to obstruct it. He does have, not really much forward to back range. Bicep cut. Double jointed elbows. His wrist can rotate and it's hinged as well. In his torso, he does have Sort of torso cut here, rotate around, forward and back, just the tiniest bit, almost pointless. Another ball joint his waist, rotate around, forward and back. Between the two, pretty good range of motion. Legs, they go out about that far. Pants do a pretty good job of not obstructing that. They go forward, about that much, back not at all. Single jointed knees. He's got thigh rotation. And his ankle. Forward and back a little bit. Rotate. And not really much tilt going on. A little bit. Here's a look at Toht opening the Ark of the Covenant. About to meet his destiny. Meet his maker. Now let's check him out. Next to some other action figures. Starting off with some other Indiana Jones figures. Here's the Mezco Toht. Next to the Hasbro Indiana Jones Toht on the right. I definitely appreciate the fact that the Mezco one is a little bit bigger. I was always very frustrated by how small Hasbro's Indiana Jones line was. And here he is, next to Hasbro's Indiana Jones. I passed on the Mezco Indy, and I'll probably come to regret that, but I just really wanted Toht, as he's going to be a great gangster in my Batman or Dick Tracy collection. And here, next to several other Hasbro figures from Raiders of the Lost Ark. Now let's check him out with some other Mezco figures. Here he is, next to several different Mezco Batman figures. And here, with several different Mezco Batman villains. Now let's check him out, next to some action figures from different various companies, so we can see how he fits in, both scale and style-wise, in case you want to know which lines you can mix him with. Since he's a Mezco figure, they're typically the 6-inch scale. I'm going to start off my comparisons with some of these smaller action figure lines I collect, and work my way larger. But first, let's check him out with some of his Mezco brothers. In front of you are 5 different action figures, all from Mezco Toys, all 6-inch scale, and now with some Jazzwares Fortnite figures and SH Figure Arts action figures. Here's Toht next to an avocado, and here he is with some Mafex and Hasbro Marvel Legends, then with both some Jazzwares and Mattel wrestling figures, and now with some Mattel and NECA figures. Next, with some McFarlane and DC Direct figures, and finally, with some Diamond Select toys and Jakks Pacific wrestling figures. So overall, this is a fantastic Toht figure. I love the accessories. I like the way the figure looks. I like his pinstripe suit. I like his tie. I like the handkerchief in his pocket. All that stuff. Now, I only have 2 complaints, and they're fairly minor. I think the fedora is too big for his head, and I wish he came with a hanger for his coat. Beyond that, this guy is freaking awesome. The light in the Ark is fantastic. It's really bright. The ghost is cool, and I can put that to a ton of use in my action figure world. This guy's going to be a great gangster mobster in Gotham City, or for my Dick Tracy stuff, or Major Toht in my indie collection. If I were to rate this guy, easily a solid 8 out of 10. If only his fedora was a little bit smaller, I'd probably give him an 8.5, because it's a crucial part of his look, and it just makes him look a little bit goofy in the head. So this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say to the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching this video, and I will talk to you guys real soon.